Some viewers may find this disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hi my loves, it's Dslr and you're watching Choice TV. I can't believe I'm making this video, but I wanted to get on here and rant and vent about something really interesting that's been going viral lately. So if you guys haven't heard, there's been a lot of backlash of a lot of food bloggers, honestly, for the past couple of years. So throughout the years, we've seen food bloggers rise in popularity. They've always existed. They've always been a thing since the era of MySpace, YouTube, and even Vine. But they've gotten a lot more prominence and attention lately, especially because TikTok is now the place where everybody gets their news and information. TikTok has not only destroyed people's attention span, but it's also put us all in a fucked up position where now a lot of us rely on TikTok, even though there's a lot of misinformation and stupid people on TikTok.
Bread? You started it. Can I get a pita bread, please? I would truly appreciate if you guys gave me a pita bread. I just paid for my meal, and I just asked for extra pita bread, and you guys are giving me a hard time for pita bread. Yeah, no pita bread for me? Because if this goes on my social media, you guys, I don't think you guys want to go that route. I'm just being honest. I was so nice to you guys. I just asked for extra pita bread and you guys wouldn't even give it to me.
And it's little stuff like this is why a lot of people hate influencers and why a lot of people hate that certain influencers have a voice. Some people really do use their platform for bullshit. But a lot of food reviewers have used their platform to just make a quick buck, manipulate their audience, lie for a sponsored post, lie because they want to get cool points by the comment section or they want to build a great relationship with restaurants. And then there's people that make a fool of themselves in restaurants for virality. If you guys haven't heard, a YouTube and TikTok blogger by the name of Life of Sean and his friend Vince Eats decided to go to a Japanese restaurant and a plethora of Japanese restaurants. They're currently on a tour all across Japan where they basically review restaurants, give their takes on restaurants, and they of course review it to see if it's worth the hype. As we all know, when people talk about traveling the world, most people always put places like Japan and Thailand at the top of the list. But what's interesting is, who the fuck is making these lists? We already fucking know who the fuck is making these lists. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to say it on YouTube because of YouTube's dumbass censorship laws, but we know who's making these lists. So sometimes food reviewers sometimes do come in handy, and when they give their critiques, sometimes I like to hear what they have to say. Now, I don't trust majority of them because I'll be honest with you, a lot of them are paid for and bought for and on payroll. So I don't really trust food reviewers because there's times where I've gone to restaurants and gone to bars and the food was overpriced and nasty as fuck. I've gone to restaurants where I went and ordered cocktails. They was like, oh, the drinks are strong and the drinks are this. You go, the drinks are fucking watered down. So sometimes I do enjoy watching personal food bloggers who I can kind of relate to and get a connection with, who aren't paid and bought for by corporations and brands. So Life of Sean and Vince Eats went to a Japanese food truck called Slice of Life.
All right, y'all, I'm in Tokyo trying Texas barbecue out of a food truck.
Thank you so much. Wow.
They're serving Wagyu beef ribs, A5 Wagyu brisket, and even Wagyu sausage. The Wagyu is domestically raised here in Japan. This place is interesting because they're doing all this out of a two-person truck. I will say this is a chunky beef rib, but it is a little greasy. Y'all can see it's not tough, it rips right off. This is their coffee sauce. I don't know if it tastes like coffee or if that's just the name. Yeah, take that one off the menu. I don't really want the coffee taste on top of some meat. You know we in Japan, so they gotta go top quality. This is their A5 Wagyu brisket.
Yo, come
Is
on.
A5 supposed to taste like that? Let's go to the pork ribs. These ones aren't Wagyu. Come on, bro. The rib is super dry. I feel like what makes this meat so dry is that they're smoking it at their flagship store that's like an hour or two away. And then they vacuum seal everything and sell it out of the truck. Here's their Wagyu sausage. Oh, this one's out of control. Just because something's Wagyu does not mean it's the best. Not gonna lie, I might have to go to the flagship store to get the real taste.
So he spit out food that he didn't fucking like, and for some reason it's national news. He also has a friend named Vince Eats, and Vince also did a review as well.
We're in Tokyo trying Wagyu Texas barbecue out of a food truck. First, we're gonna go that Wagyu beef rib. Y'all know when Wagyu is too rich, this got that perfect balance because it's half Holstein. I don't know what that is. The tenderness not bad, but it's lacking a little flavor in my opinion. Hopefully this coffee sauce turns it up a notch. Never again. Next is this premium A5 Wagyu brisket. We going no sauce first. This got no flavor.
Now, let me just give my honest opinion about the fucking barbecue. That shit looks nasty as fuck. It's gray as fuck. It doesn't even ooze juices inside the meat.
Slice of Life is a food truck located in Omotesando Hills, and its head chef and owner, Hagewara-san, has mastered the art of smoking Wagyu in an American barbecue style. These ribs are smoked low and slow for 12 hours, developing the holy trinity of barbecue with bark, smoke ring, and tenderness. The meat is so delicate, you can cut it with a spork. Slice of Life uses Kokusan beef, a rare premium hybrid of native Wagyu and Holstein cattle.
And it's cooked so damn weird. On top of that, coming from someone who's actually been to Texas, and after doing some research, this young man lives in Texas. It's very obvious that you're gonna critique, rip apart, and shit on somebody who doesn't do your cuisine properly. How many of y'all are from different parts of the world? How many times have you walked into a restaurant where a country apparently thinks that they can do your culture's food, and you try to give it a shot? You go to this restaurant, and the food is complete poo-poo caca mixed with dumpster shit. And of course, you tear it to shreds. How many times do we go in group chats and we shit on a restaurant that we didn't like? How many times have we sat down at restaurants and grilled and roasted the food with people that we're with and shit on the fucking food? A lot of us have. The problem was, because he has a loud voice, people expect people to kind of step on eggshells and be very careful about how they use his voice. So he also went to a famous bakery where there's a man who's old as hell who's been making flan for years. And basically, he went to this flan place and he reviewed it, and he has some very awful things to say. So he didn't just review it. He also said things such as, you know, this man is old, think he eating, and he not really doing much. And then he, at the end, took a photo with the man.
The most viral old man. Known for his Japanese pudding, this man has been selling this for 50 years. He puts on a show while plating. He's gone viral for his animated emotes. This is my 4th time trying to get this. Every time I came, this has been sold out. He only sells 50 of these a day. I've traveled all the way here to Japan just to try this. I'm about to buy my flight back. Grandpa making the worst flan of your life. Oh, heck. This shit a tourist trap. It's bitter. It tastes like I'm just eating all egg whites.
So this I can understand, and this I can get. I can get why people are upset because, yeah, you basically took a photo with this man after completely saying that his food was whack. But at the end of the day, still his opinion. He doesn't have to like the shit. He doesn't have to say it was sweet tasting and fine. He's not a fucking food critic, and this is not a commercial. It's his fucking opinion and his personality. So it is disappointing a little bit that people try to grill him about shit like this. And one woman even went as far as to try to like make fun of him by trying to shit on American food.
I've traveled all the way here to Japan just to try this.
I've traveled all the way to America here just to try this.
About to buy my flight back.
The hell is wrong with this country?
Imagine your old grumpy grandpa making the worst flan of your life.
Imagine your old grumpy dog making the worst cheeseburger of your life.
Oh, heck. Your shit a tourist trap.
Gross.
It's bitter. It tastes like I'm just eating all egg whites.
It's got cheese in it. There's even a whole patty inside.
I don't know why I keep taking more bites.
An absolute mystery.
Granddad is back there defending this like it's the secret formula.
Unbelievable.
Oh, heck. It's bitter. It tastes like I'm just eating all egg whites.
You are a grown-ass man spitting up your food like a little baby because, oh my god, you guys, the bitter caramel pudding I ordered tasted bitter. But I guess it's too much to ask somebody with millions of followers to do 2 minutes of research before flying halfway around the world to trash a business that's been around twice as long as they've been alive. This guy's followers are defending him by saying he's just being honest, as if he would never disrespect another culture.
Alright y'all, today I'm trying Indian food. Again, I don't care if they made this with their foot.
Being a food influencer doesn't make you a food critic. Stick to the McDonald's reviews.
Is A5 supposed to taste like that?
Not only is this insanely disrespectful, just to do the bit of being honest, I can tell you for a fact he has no idea what he's talking about because I've been to the Slice of Life, and the Slice of Life is amazing. I was lucky enough to go on my trip to Tokyo in October. I've been following the food truck for a few years. I thought it was amazing that there's just a food truck in Tokyo, tiny truck that's doing Texas barbecue. That's one of the things I love about Japan, is that there's so many people that just have so much passion and dedication to their craft that they just hone it in and study it.
I'm about to buy my flight back. Just imagine your old grumpy grandpa making the worst flan of your life.
What the hell are you doing? That guy's been serving food for like twice as long as you've been alive. And if you don't like it, fine. And if you want to say, like, I didn't like it, and put it on a vid, that's fine. But you don't have to spit it out. If you had like a reaction and you spit it out, don't film it and show it to your 3 million plus followers. And then in another vid, you're spitting out beef. You know, in Japan, before people eat, they say, itadakimasu. It's like, I humbly accept this gift. And it's not only to thank the chef and the producers of the ingredients, but also the animal who gave up their life. And the audacity you have to think you're just above all of that. You know, I fucking love this country. It seems like it's the only country in the world where you couldn't get away with shit like that. Like, if you were an influencer here in Japan and you did that shit, no one would want to hear from you again.
But do people want him to lie and say that he actually enjoyed the food? Do people want him to have proper etiquette? He never said he was a food critic. Everybody gave him that title, just like how y'all give all these other influencers all these titles as well. He never said he's a food critic, nor does he have it in his bio. My perspective is this. He spit it out. Perfect. Great. That means he didn't like it. Who the fuck cares? Let's not forget that people like Gordon Ramsay have built entire fucking empires before accountability culture and cancel culture even existed.
Don't kick them out, Chef. Just kick me out.
Listen.
Yes, Chef.
Don't you fucking dare tell me what to do.
Yes, Chef.
You. Fuck off. What is that?
I don't know, Chef.
It's not good enough.
Gordon Ramsay also has a series on his Twitter account where he used to roast people's dinner for the night. So...
Hey, how about this fried rice? I've been waiting for your answer, master. Looks like your eggs have been fried for 2 weeks. Please rate my Midu Vada Sambar in Nirio Chutney. I didn't know you could tweet from prison. Yeah. What do you think of my chicken fajita, mate? Chicken fajita? What do you think of my buffalo wings? I'm more worried about your bone apple feet. Disgusting. Treating myself to some noodles and shrimp. What do you think? I'm not sure what's more off-putting, your food or your toes. They're longer than your noodles.
Can we keep the same energy? You know, Gordon Ramsay can shit on people's foods. He disrespected 3 different cultures, right? Multiple cultures when the food isn't cooked right, to his liking, to his view. But when a young random ass person who got on fucking TikTok, who ain't a fucking food critic, whose opinion shouldn't matter for shit, the world stops. Let's not forget about all the awful and vile things Gordon Ramsay has said for over 20 years. He's a Michelin star chef, actually has a lot of credentials to justify his beliefs and his feelings about food. But he has said some foul things, calling people idiots and so much more because of the way they cook. But I don't see a lot of people grilling and going in on Gordon Ramsay about that. Instead, he'll get award nominations and he'll get a slap on the wrist if he were to do some shit like that today. Honestly, in my personal opinion, I would have preferred if somebody told me the food was garbage rather than someone tell me that the food was good and I go over there and waste my fucking money. So when people are honest and upfront and blunt about something that they don't like, then you have a fucking problem. Then it's, oh, well, it's your delivery. But of course, influencers of this generation, being who they are going to apologize for shit because they have to kind of secure the bag and protect themselves.
When I started this journey of being a content creator, I made a promise to myself that I would always be honest with my audience on what I think of food. That being said, I've read the comments, I've seen all the posts, and I'm not mad at it. I deserve it. And I understand there's a difference between being honest and just being straight up disrespectful. I never want to come across as putting down a business or disrespecting people, and especially their culture, just because something personally wasn't for me. For the 2 businesses in Japan, I apologize to both owners for giving them a bad image, because I understand how hard it is to succeed in the restaurant game, and it's never been my intentions to tear down anyone trying to make a living off of it. Now, I've reached out to both owners, haven't gotten a reply, and I get it. I wouldn't reply to myself either. For the Slice of Life barbecue food truck, I dropped off $500 in cash. That might not mean nothing, but I just want it to be known that I've never gone to a business expecting free food or even special treatment. Sometimes there's miscommunication, but that's strictly on me as the creator to make sure everything is handled before I leave.
So the owner of Slice of Life eventually sent a DM to Sean because Sean ended up apologizing. And this is what he said. I received your payment, and Vince also reached out to me directly for an apology through DM. I appreciate the courage it took for both of you to do that. Thank you. I also shared this message with your friend Vince, and of course everyone that did commentary on it. He also stated, I believe everyone has different tastes and opinions. However, if the situation became an opportunity for all of us to think more about respect for food and the people who dedicate themselves to making it, then maybe something meaningful came from it. I truly hope the situation settles down soon. I wish both you and Vince all the best moving forward. This was very much a PR response. You know, it's very obvious that he was responding because he knew eventually it would be shared. And I'll be honest, I don't understand the performative outrage. You know what's so interesting about this, and what's so interesting about his apology? This is not the first time a food reviewer has gotten backlash from an owner for critiquing the food. Now, I'll be honest with you, they did get a bunch of free food. That's the one thing I'll definitely say, because if I was in their situation, I want to be as honest as possible, and I will never accept free food from anyone that I'm doing a review for. If I'm personally doing a review and it's going on my platform, I refuse to accept free food if I'm fucking paying for it. Like, if anything, I'll at least leave a tip. Owners sometimes give them pushback. Like, I'll never forget the LA Try guy, who's famous all around California and on social media and on TikTok for reviewing restaurants. He got a shit ton of backlash from like 2 different owners because he gave very, I guess you would say, what people would call very brutally honest feedback about restaurants, and owners definitely responded and they felt a way about it. And he made it very clear, this is what the fuck I do. I'm always trying to be honest and transparent, and if you feel a way, then all fucking well.
Since everybody's all up in arms about my last 2 reviews, I'm gonna hop on here and clear the air. If you don't know, the last 2 days I went to Bart's Barbecue and I went to CW and Chris Fish and Chicken. Bart's Barbecue claimed that the ops sent me down there to ruin his business personally. They did not, okay? Somebody tagged you guys in the comments. I drove all the way to Gardena. I waited an hour in line. When I got to the window, he was all smiles and talking about, you know who I am, and tried to give me a discount. I told you I wanted to pay for the whole thing. And you online talking about, you should have refused me service or whatever you was saying, dog. I actually liked 3 out of the 6 items I had. The brisket was amazing. The beans, all that stuff was good. It's just some of that stuff wasn't hitting, dog. I'm sorry. CW and Chris Fish and Chicken. I went there yesterday.
Everybody is entitled to their opinion. But if you don't like someone's food, why post about it? Don't even post about it.
I feel like everybody loves that I tell the truth about things until I tell the truth about your thing. You know what I'm saying? In the video, I said I liked 4 out of the 5 things I had. I just didn't like the fried chicken. And what I meant by expensive is that the fish and shrimp plates cost almost $20. And I feel like that's more than a lot of the fish markets that I go to. On my channels, I gotta tell the truth. I can't be like all the other food bloggers and say everything is good. I can't do that, or else people won't believe it when I do say something is good. Y'all saying I'm a nobody, I just want to be famous. Well, you're damn Skippy. I'm trying to make some money on. I'm trying to make it in life, man. And I've been fortunate enough to find a passion that makes money.
And honestly, I think it was one of those situations. Like, I think if he had definitely handled it better, it definitely would have been a situation where he sat up there and said, well, you know, as the owner, I feel like you could have definitely learned your lesson. By, like, fuck that. The food sucks. If the food sucks, it sucks. And what's interesting is I decided to do more research, and I went to go look at other reviews of people reviewing the restaurant. And I did notice something interesting. When Americans review the restaurant, or people from different countries review the restaurant, I noticed that no one ever showed footage of them actually eating the fucking food. And that's a common thing that food reviewers do. They'll always show themselves chugging some shit down, but they'll never show themselves actually eating the food, especially if the food ain't great.
You straight from YouTube. Years in, he's completely perfected it. Look how the bone just falls off the piece of rib. Right in, no sauce, and I will say this is seasoned way better than what I was expecting. You know, wouldn't be barbecue if they didn't have sauce. They have a coffee sauce and sour sauce.
It was a black young man, and as he's reviewing it, the food doesn't even look that appetizing, but as he's chewing on it, he literally showed himself chewing in different angles. Like, he didn't even swallow if you slow down the video. He just chews, and then he shows himself angled at a certain angle. Literally acting casual. Like, I'm telling you, these food reviewers are full of shit. That's why I appreciate the ones that are actually pretty blunt, because at least I know not to waste my money.
I'm here to try slice of life without spitting it out, because I don't need to rage bait 3 million people. This place is operated out of a 2-person truck right in front of a home. I'm not gonna lie, I low-key thought this place was a little pricey for what it was, but I appreciated the novelty of it all. The meat was tender and juicy and not dry at all. And what do you know, my favorite sauce was actually the coffee sauce. I felt like it was unique and something that I could never replicate by myself at home. Certified not spitting.
So then, as you see, there's a young lady who did a review out of spite, living in Japan, saying that she's not going to spit it out and she's not going to rage bait either. And it's funny how she had all that shit to talk about how great the food was, but not once does she show herself fucking eating the damn food.
Today we're in Tokyo trying the best Wagyu smokehouse, which is located in a food truck on the side of the road. And don't worry, no food will be spat out in this review. The man behind Slice of Life is Kagiwara-san, a self-taught pitmaster specializing in Texas-style barbecue. First up, we've got the A5 Wagyu short ribs. Just look at that marbling. He wanted me to try it pretty much raw to test the quality of the meat, and it was absolutely insane.
I've tried barbecue all across the world, but never in my life have I had a Wagyu short rib.
Just look at the short rib fall off the bone. This is like the Japanese tenderism. And the meat just melts in your mouth.
The Wagyu, it's juicy, it's rich, it's fatty. Biting into it, it's like biting into a sponge. Yet it still contains that amazing smokiness. Next up, we've got the A5 Wagyu brisket.
Just look at that shine of fat and how floppy the meat is. I love how you can only taste the smoke a little bit, yet the flavor of the Wagyu still comes through. But my favorite bite out of everything were these Wagyu burnt ends. This place is such a vibe, and one of the many...
Again, another content creator that doesn't show themselves swallowing and eating the food. This is the shit I'm talking about. If it's so good, why did he open his mouth like that? Look how he literally pushes his mouth together like he's about to spit it out. This is stuff we're talking about. We need transparency when we watch these food review videos. We need to know if they were compensated in free food or if they were compensated in money, something. Because they do this little shit all the time. They're grilling this young man for critiquing food for being dry and unseasoned. And then they go out their way to review the restaurant, and they can't even show themselves actually enjoying it, eating it, telling me what they like about the food.
Next up, there ain't no better way to start the day than a full English at the Regency Cat. This family-run greasy spoon has been serving up generous, hearty portions of comfort food since the 40s, and their fry-up is often touted as the best in London.
Oh my god, did y'all see his face? He literally jump cutted his reaction. He even showed himself swallowing it. This is why people like Keith Lee have a place. These food reviewers are full of it. You go to these restaurants, they be like, oh my god, it's so scrumptious, so good. That's why you always got to be cautious of the people that you watch reviews from. Because sometimes they don't even eat the fucking food. They just literally spit it out right afterwards. If anything, he just kept it in the fucking video.
I'm about to buy my flight back. Just imagine your old grumpy grandpa making the worst flan.
Pay for a real food critic. Like, there's food critics that will actually put your food and your restaurant in the newspaper, put it in blogs, and will actually review it professionally. Food critics that have years of experience, that have actually worked at Michelin-star restaurants, and are actually professional chefs. This guy is not a professional chef. He's not a Michelin-star restaurant owner. So what the fuck does his opinion matter to everybody in the fucking world? Because he has followers? That's why people are really mad, because he has a loud voice. If it was Bone Quisha from down the fucking block, and Bone Quisha had a fucking taste of that flan and didn't like it, and she only had 200 followers and all the fucking people from the projects following her, I guarantee you most people wouldn't have given a fuck or done commentary. They would have been scrolling, but like, whatever, shut the fuck up, Bone Quisha, would have kept it moving. But after this entire video, please just like, comment, subscribe. Give your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below. And yeah, that's that. Choice out this bitch. You will always be. I say fire to the rain, watch it burn thy right away. In this turn, and I say fire to the rain, watch it burn. After I set fire to the rain.